Welcome to A Plumber's Views on Life, Work, and Balance. My name is Rudy Uribe Jr., and I'm the Director of Talent Acquisition and Self-Help Trainer for Rooter Hero Plumbing. All of my podcasts are less than 5 minutes and hopefully bring home a point that can help you improve your life. I'm a big believer in karma. What goes around comes around, the good and the bad, so let's avoid the bad and start shooting for the good. Today's podcast: have you ever considered torturing your employees? My wife, Catherine, is a big fan of the TV series Game of Thrones. I was watching it with her the other night and became acutely aware of some of the torture techniques that were taking place. Then it hit me. I don't use torture techniques, but I do use torture terminology all the time. I'll give you a partial list of some of them I've used in my business career. First, I will give you the literal definition, and then I will give you the figurative or business definition. In other words, what we really meant to say. Here goes. Did you pull the trigger? Literally, it means, did you shoot one of our employees with a gun and kill him? The business definition means, did you make the decision to end his employment? Here's another. I'm going to tighten the screws. Literally, it means I'm going to tighten the screws on the torture table until he screams or his limbs rip off. In business, it means, did you explain the importance of completing this project on time? I'm going to put him in the pressure cooker. It literally means I'm going to place our employee in a cooking pot, put the lid on, and kick up the pressure until he is medium rare. In business, it means I'm going to make sure he understands the urgency of this project. I'm not going to pull any punches. When you say this, you're literally saying that you're going to beat your employee senseless and hit him as hard as you possibly can until he collapses. In business terms, it means you're going to be frank with him. Did you give him enough rope to hang himself? Did you give him enough rope to make a noose and throw it over a tree limb so he can hang himself, turn purple, and die a miserable death? What you really mean to say is, did you allow him to make a mistake? Go ahead and let them shoot themselves in the foot. This means don't show them how to use a gun so they can blow their foot off and be disabled for the rest of their lives. Ha ha ho ho. What you actually mean to say is, let them make the mistake and hopefully they will learn from it. He's going to choke. I just know our employee is going to get a piece of food caught in his throat, stop breathing, turn purple, and die. In business, it means, I think he may not close this sale. Did you terminate him? Did you kill him? In business, you mean, did you end his employment? I'm going to turn up the heat. It literally means I'm going to place him in a sauna or hot room and turn up the heat until his skin cooks and he becomes parched. Maybe then he'll do what I ask of him. In business, it means I'm going to explain the importance of this project. I'm going to light a fire under him. What you are literally saying is, I'm going to tie him to a stake, add kindling, and set it ablaze until he burns to death. In business, you're saying, I'm going to motivate him. I'm going to throw him to the wolves. The literal definition is, I'm going to place him among a pack of hungry wolves with no way to defend himself so the wolves can eat him. What you actually mean to say is, I'm going to let him stand on his own. I'm going to throw him under the bus. I'm going to wait for a bus to come by, and then I'll push him in its way so the tires will run over him and kill him. What you really mean to say is, I'm not going to defend his position anymore. Have I missed any? Are you surprised by all the torture terms we use in business? Personally, I was shocked. Oops, there's another one. I am working hard to change my language. Every time I use one of these terms, and I still catch myself doing it, I stop and look for a better, gentler, more accurate way to express myself. None of these terms are helpful, endearing, or motivating, and most end up with the employee in terrible pain, dismembered, or dead. Not the kind of message we want to put out to our employees, and now that I think about it, it's an HR nightmare. Of course, no one takes any of these terms literally, and I am surprised how they manage to work their way into our vernacular and how we cling to them even though some of these terms are centuries old. I'm Rudy Uribe Jr.